Well, I finally made it here to beautiful Azerbaijan, and it was a long way to travel. Imagine leaving on a Sunday afternoon and arriving on a Tuesday morning, because that's what I had to go through. It was about almost a 12-hour flight from Seattle to Istanbul, and then another almost a 3-hour flight from Istanbul to Baku. And that doesn't count the time at the airport, the missed flights, delayed flights. So I'm finally getting over the jet lag and getting onto a normal routine and being able to enjoy myself. The first thing I'd mention is that you do need a visa to visit here. At least I did as an American. You can buy it online. It was $20 plus a processing fee. And the funny thing is the airline was very adamant about getting that from me. But when I actually came through the customs immigration at the airport when I arrived here, they didn't look at it at all. So that was kind of a strange thing. I don't know if it was really necessary or not. Now, I will say that when I arrived at 3 a.m. in the morning, I was just in a hurry to get to my hotel, so I grabbed the first taxi I could, and it was a metered taxi, so I figured they'd give me a fair rate. It turned out to be almost 60 manat, which is the local currency that they use here. My research online said that it should have been like 20 to 30 manat, and my local friend here said she probably could have got a price for 10 to 15, but I had to pay 60, so I probably got ripped off, and that was my first experience arriving in Azerbaijan. But to be honest, you know what countries don't try to scam you with the taxis anyway, so that's pretty normal. Weather-wise, it's been sunny every day, but most of the days have a strong wind. I guess that's normal here. To be fair, it's actually kind of nice because it might be too hot without the wind giving you a cool little breeze. So it's not a terrible thing that it's windy. First impressions of the city, I like it. It's got a lot of cool variety. So where I'm staying is right inside of the old city, which has a lot of nice ancient architecture, fun little shops and cafes, and then just outside of that is kind of like the modern downtown, which has a lot of shopping and food and other things you might want. And then there's also the big waterfront, which I'm at right now, so there's a lot of cool places to walk around and explore. Well, since I'm staying here long-term for 1 month, let's talk about some expenses I've had so far. So the first thing is I picked up a SIM card for my phone. That was about, I think, 30 manat for 50 gigabytes of data for 1 month, and I don't know if that includes like cell phone calls or text messages because I don't really use that, but for the internet data, that's pretty much all I need. The other thing to talk about is the metro system. It was just 2 manat to buy a metro card, and then it's less than 1 manat for every ride you take on it. I've only used it 1 time so far, but it seems like a good way to get around the city if I'm not walking. And then I also got a fresh haircut while I was here, I think yesterday or the day before. 20 manat for the haircut and wash, so nothing special, but seems like a fair price. I forgot to mention that I also paid for a gym membership for 1 month. 70 manat at this place. I've seen higher prices and lower prices around the city, but I like this place, and it comes with a cat. Kitty cat. As far as the food is concerned, I don't really have much to say on that yet. I'll probably save that for the second video. Everything's been good, but you know, I'm still trying to learn like what exactly is the Azerbaijani national food compared to a lot of like Turkish food that they have here. So I'll probably have that in a later video. And as far as people and culture, I'm still trying to learn that as well. Everybody seems friendly so far, although English is not the most widely spoken language. They have their own national language here, followed by Turkish and Russian, and then English is probably 4th most popular. So English speakers like myself, we can survive in the city center, in the tourist areas. In the rest of the country, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. So I'm going to try and make some friends and maybe pick up some basic phrases here and there, and hopefully that'll help me get around. So I just made some friends here. They're going to subscribe to my YouTube channel, so we'll make these kids famous. All right, we'll see you guys. See, I was just walking down, filming, doing my thing, and they kind of stopped me and tried to chat, so that was cool. So these are just my first impressions. I'm going to do a follow-up video after I've lived here for a month to determine whether I want to stay longer or come back a second time. The visa, I should mention, the tourist visa is only good for 30 days, so I do have to either renew it or leave and come back. But after 30 days here, I'll make a decision and see what the next plan is. So stand by for part 2 of the video coming soon, and until then, enjoy these beautiful sights of the city. you.